Okay, financial lit. We are going to go through quickly how to do the comparing checking accounts assignment. So I've gone through this in class, but if you've been gone or you just need help with it, here's a video for you. So you're going to want to go into Canvas. And again, remember Canvas is right here. So go ahead and go into Canvas, and I want you to go into the compare. There we go. Go into our class. So I know that this is going to look a little different for both of us, but I'm going to try to go to the student view. So when you go down, I'd like you to go to compare overdraft fees. I'd like you to open that assignment. So some of the things in this I'm not going to be able to show you just because I don't have access to it. But what I'd like you to do is, you see where it says a doc? I'd like you to open that document right now, and then you're going to download it. Let's see if it, yeah, see it won't. Oh, it did let me. Weird. Okay, so it's not going to really work for me. Hold on, I want to see this. It's not going to work for me, so what I want you to do is download it. When you open that up, one second. When you open that up, it's going to open up and it's going to look like a Word document, and I want to show you what you need to do. Okay, so now that you have that open, what I want you to do is go to File, and then I'd like you to save it as a Google Doc. Mine doesn't show it there, but go to File, Save as a Google Doc. Once that's happened, what you're going to want to do, we are going to use this website. So you're going to open it up, and that's the website we're going to use. Okay, so now we're going back to the assignment, and then we are going to hit the back button. And you have two different options. So you're going to go back to your assignment, open that up, and you can either download this or open it up here. It depends on which one you do. So if you're able to open this one up, it will have most of the stuff saved for you, and we can go through it together. Or you can open up this one. So if you open up that one, again, you're going to download it. You're going to open it up, and you're going to go to File, Save as a Google Sheet. So once you do that, we'll be able to do it. Okay. So this is all based on the assignment right here. This is what we're going to need this because there are questions that we're going to be answering. If you look, we're working on number 1. So we've talked about the scenario already that when Josh began his day, he had $116 in his checking account, and he has overdraft protection. So we learned about overdraft protection. Like once you go negative, it's going to let you go through, but then it's also going to charge you a fee for that. So before school, he buys his cousin a round trip on the bus using $4. Then he uses his card for gas, and he pays $43. Then once the bank opens, the check that he had written for his yearbook, it cleared. So he had written a check and it cleared, and now $75 came out of his account. Then Josh paid for his Netflix subscription. That happened automatically, so then that was charged $10. Then after school, he heads out with friends and uses his debit card to buy coffee. Then he does a person-to-person payment, meaning Venmo, PayPal, that kind of thing. And he pays $15 for his share of dinner. And finally, he finishes the day by buying some new soccer gear for $35. So now we have a scenario. We're going to go ahead and use this spreadsheet to take care of it and kind of find some things out. So right here, I think if you are if you've got any of the templates, this is what it should say. So we have $116 as our beginning balance. He paid $4. Then he paid $43 for gas, $75. So I have the entire scenario through here. Okay? Now, if you do not have 185 in this particular spot, what I want you to do is I want you to type this right there. E equals SUM parenthesis capital C 3 colon capital C 9 colon. And what that's saying is add up all of those things and tell me what that total is. So I've done that. And then if you don't have 69 right here, what we're going to figure out, we're going to type in equals capital C10 minus C2, which is our total and overspending. So what that's saying is my beginning balance minus all of my charges. Okay? And once that happens, that's going to tell us that it's $169. I mean, it's $69 that they've overspent. So $116 right now. Josh spent another additional $69, not including any of his fees. So the first bank I want to do with you is called Citibank. So this is where I'm going to take this cell right here. So I'm going to click on C3. I'm going to push down and I'm going to use another finger and highlight all the way to C9, which is that soccer gear. And then I want to do Control C, and I'm going to paste it right there at bus fare. So Control V. And that way I don't have to retype all those charges, okay? It also doesn't add them up or anything like that. If you want it to be added up, because I have a total spent on purchases, then I'm going to type that equals, and I'm going to add all of those up. So I'm going to do equals sum, so add up, parenthesis, capital C, 15, colon, capital C, 21, parenthesis. So then that's going to say add all of those up. And it should say 185, and we have that, we can check it from there. Okay, so once I have that, I'm going to hit enter. Then, now I want to figure out, when does my account get negative, or when does Josh's account become negative? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in a formula to help me figure that out. So I'm going to type equals, then I'm going to click on the 116 that's right above it. So it should say equals D14 minus, click the minus, and then 4, and I'm going to hit enter. So when I do that, and if it says autofill, go ahead and put reject, because we're going to figure that out. Actually, I just want to show this. It would work in this instance, but I want to show you something different, so that's why we're going to reject it. So what we're saying is $116 minus $4 equals $112. That is absolutely correct. So now, if you do not see this box right here in the bottom of the corner of your cell, then you're going to want to go to File, Save as a Google Sheet. It will not work unless we do that. So what we want to do is get our cursor to turn into that plus sign or bullseye I've seen on some people, and then it's over that little square, and then we want to click on it and drag so it highlights all the way to soccer gear. Okay? And then that shows us where we're at. So we have, when he bought the bus fare, he was still doing good. When he paid for his gas, he still had money in his account. But once that check cleared for his yearbook, his account started going negative. All right, so now we have that website that we've been talking about, and we're looking at Citibank. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to that website, and we're going to look at what they do. So Boeing, hey, actually that was one of my first banks. Citibank. Okay, so if you see anything that says a transfer fee, and if you see anything over here, we're not looking at that for this assignment. For this assignment, we're simply looking at what are the overdraft fees, and then how many times will they charge me that overdraft fee. So Citibank will charge $34, a maximum of 4 times. So we're going to go back to our chart, and we're going to say, well, when did that account first turn negative? Well, it first turned negative right there, and he was charged $34, and I'm going to hit enter. If you want it to populate as a dollar amount, you can click on this column C and then put that it is a currency. So if you want to do that, you can, but you don't have to. So if it just says 34, it'll work just the same. All right, so then we are going to be charged $34 again because it's still negative. We're going to be charged $34 again because it's still negative, and then we're going to be charged $34 again because the account is still negative and I'm still using it. But now that was my 4th time, so this last one is going to be $0. Okay, so what I want that to do now, so because I'm going to use this information, I want to know what my total amount of fees is. So here, you are going to, if it doesn't already say 136, you're going to want it to say this. You do not want to type in 136. You want it to say this because we are going to use these formulas over and over and over again. So the first thing I want to do is put equals sum, parenthesis, capital E 14, colon, capital E 21. So that's saying add up all of that amount, that whole entire column, and tell me what the total is, and that's what that says. So now to go through the rest of the banks, because again, the assignment says that we are going to use that information on this website and look at these different accounts. So that's what I'm doing. So Alliant Credit Union, so I'm going to highlight that, Alliant Credit Union. And I'm just going to, I already have this orange box, but I'm just going to click it right there. Actually, I'm going to put it right here so I have it later on. And then I want to click on A13. I'm going to take my cursor and drag it so it's highlighting. Notice that I'm highlighting all the way to E23, which is the entire amount. I'm going to do Control C. Then I'm going to do Control V in F13 right there. And then I'm going to take F12 and do Control X. And then I'm going to actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take it and do Control C, click in that one, do Control V, and I want to highlight it in orange so it matches, so I clicked on the little paint bucket and chose orange. And then I wanted this bold. Okay, so now I have all of that. Again, I don't like the text wrapping here, so I am going to go to Format, Text Wrapping, Wrap. There we go. Now it looks a little bit better for me. Okay, so now that we have that, let's look up Alliant Bank on this. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to get rid, well, no, let's go to this, Alliant Bank. So Alliant starts with an A, and it says $0, and there's no max fees per day. So $0. So everywhere I see a negative, I'm going to put 0. So I'm just going to type over it, 0, 0, 0, 0. So then my total in fees right here is $0. So in the Citibank one, if I wanted to know how much I was going to have in my account, or how much I was going to be charged, it would be $185 is what I spent, plus that $136. So what I'm going to do, just to show you, you can take that $185 and you can add the total in fees, and $321 is what, if you had Citibank, is what you would be charged that day. So your account would be negative $321. That is crazy. So that is why we look at the overdraft fees. Another reason why we might compare banks and look at the overdraft fees is because we might, I'm going to hide this column for some reason. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so we might, we would want to know how much we'd be charged, what are their transfer fees. So like my bank account, if I have money in my savings, but I somehow over withdraw on my checking, my savings account will cover it and they don't charge me for that. So that's really nice. So those are things that we would look at. All right, if you have any questions in class, let me know. The last thing you need to do for this assignment is I need you to share this. So what you're going to want to do is click on that. And then you're going to want to change this so that anyone with the link can view it. Then you're going to copy the link, and then you're going to paste it right here in number 1. And then you're going to actually answer the questions for all of these. And then when you turn it in, so when we turn it in, we're going to go back to the assignment. We're going to start the assignment. So start the assignment. And then down here, you can go to Google Drive, and since you've already created a folder for our class, and if you haven't, go ahead and create a folder. I think I started the video that way. But once you have, then you'll select a file, and you should be able to see this, and you only need to attach the doc. So this one right here. You only need to attach that, which is why I had you share your link to your spreadsheet so I can look at it, and all of it will be turned in. So you'll turn it in that way. If you have any questions on how to turn it in, again, you can ask me in class. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all later.